If you've been worried about your own finances too lately, the head of the Bank of Canada didn't have very reassuring words today. Stephen Poloz basically said this could be the reality for the next 3 to 5 years. Low dollar, low oil, high prices on imports like food. Today, the markets shook again. The dollar closed down. Oil dipped another 70 cents. And the TSX dropped for a 7th straight day. Senior correspondent Terry Malevsky has more for us. Terry.
Well, Peter, oil is down, the Loonie is down, and the governor of the Bank of Canada is saying, get used to it. In fact, he came close to telling Canadians to suck it up, saying that low growth and a low dollar are the new normal.
The loss of income that Canada is sustaining in this situation simply has to be adjusted to. It can't be made up somehow by something else.
The loss he's talking about is the $50 billion a year that Canada's losing as the price of oil drops. Already, that has sent the new government scrambling to figure out its upcoming first budget.
We find ourselves in a more challenging situation than we expected.
Finance Minister Bill Morneau is in budget consultations this week, but the governor of the bank said bluntly there is no easy way out.
There is no simple policy response to this situation. The forces that have been set in motion simply must work themselves out.
And those forces were in motion again today in China, where another slide in stock prices led to a halt in trading for the second time in 4 days. A shock felt everywhere.
China still remains the driving force as far as global economies are concerned, and the ripple effects of the instability we're seeing in Asia is being felt in Europe along with the rest of the world.
Part of the ripple effect is that hopes for an uptick in demand for oil are fading.
But if there's a threat to that potential increase in demand, which is what the China news is, then that may mean that the market stays oversupplied for a longer period of time, keeping prices down.
And if the oil slump is here for a few years, then so is the falling Loonie, which does help Canadian exporters, but not enough to offset the oil shock.
The exchange rate really doesn't do much except a minor shock absorber to that shock. That shock is simply one that we have to bear and work our way through.
This grin and bear it policy seems to include interest rates. The U.S. has begun raising rates, but Poloz says Canada is not in the same position, which will keep the dollar low, and already some investment advisors are telling clients to keep their savings in U.S. dollars.
If they hold their investments in U.S. dollars, those investments have actually risen 25–30% in the last several years.
All very nice if you already have those U.S. dollars. Now you can't afford them. And it sounds like a feeble Loonie and tepid growth are here to stay, Peter.
All right, Terry, thank you.